what you call a lone wolf. I like to walk alone. I go hunt for the feeling. I thrive out on my own. Look in my eyes, look at the prize, look at the yeah, yeah. Heart in my chest, holding my breath. I'm addicted to the game. I am the one they run from. Dead I lie and wait. I do not tremble, do not shake. Ice cold blood in my veins, yeah. The lone wolf is my name.
Hi, Andrae D'Acquisto, Lone Wolf Custom Gear, Whitetail Addictions. Here to tell you a little bit about the 2021 season. The season was phenomenal for some of the guys, had some really good footage, killed some nice deer, and not so good for some of the other guys. As the season rolled on, some of your target bucks obviously that don't show, or some of them end up getting harvested, so you just don't have the caliber buck you want to go after. I fell in category of that this year. The target buck that we had some history of, big non-typical. We've had been hunting him for 3 years, got sheds from him for 2, and he ended up getting harvested by somebody else, and that was the end of that target buck. Obviously, as the season goes on, you gotta change up your game plan. You look for the next best thing, and due to having a new broadhead line that I wanted to test this year, I set my sights on a few bucks that were smaller, but ended up getting some good footage. There's my ride. Original Lobo. Okay, I've done a couple observation sits. Did one on this point here the other day. Spotted a non-typical over there. Not the biggest buck in the world, but just had that non-typical at 50 yards. Just meander into the wood, opening up scrapes. Hope he's back. That 9-pointer's running with that non-typical. I'm on the edge of a thicket that runs along the open hardwoods here, and there's scrapes out on the field edge beyond this, and a bunch of scrapes on the other corner of this woodlot. And this is kind of a corridor with all the downfall trees, deadfalls, that these deer can kind of make their way through. But you'll notice that that buck, no run action at all, just working scrapes. And then the one that he's running with that I'm after was paralleling him in the thicker cover. I'm thinking maybe this one here is the more dominant of the two. Now let's see what happens. This is that scrape that non-typical's been hitting. He hasn't hit it for a day, so maybe if he's in this area, might pop in for a little freshen up. Just smoked that non-typical, baby. Boom! 0.5 all the way. Okay. So this buck's been hitting his primary scrape here pretty often. A lot of these bigger bucks are still in that phase of really checking their scrapes. Working new ones, monitoring where those are, no chasing anything yet. So he's got this scrape on a corner of this woodlot, and he's got some scrapes that are his on the opposite corner. And I noticed he'd been skirting kitty corner in through the woods, and for some reason he started bedding on the opposite side of this field, probably to monitor all these does coming to this food plot. So the other day I was in here and I set up a couple trees over, and I was literally, I probably still could have got a poke in him, but about 10 yards too far that direction, he hit that scrape, came in the woods, and by the time I realized he was coming through, he got by and it was gotten some trees, so we got a little footage of him then. So I opted to get on this field edge and actually cover this scrape, and it apparently worked out. So we're also field testing some new broadheads, so it'll be good to see how those worked out. I got the new Sidekick, worked out like a dream, and I have a new saddle tape harness cinnamon that seemed to work pretty sweet too. So let's get down, do some tracking. I think I got through both lungs, and more later. Okay, there's my setup. Got 2 doubles with 8ers, or actually 3 doubles with 8ers, and a 0.5, which I gotta say, for this running and gunning and setting up every other time, real sweet stand for just a couple hours sit. Okay, I'm gonna take a quick look in this woods here before it gets dark, see if I can pick up blood. Here's another one of the scrapes. Hey, Andrae D'Acquisto, Lone Wolf Custom Gear, Whitetail Addictions. 3rd week October, my favorite time to be hunting scrapes. This buck was working scrapes day in and day out. Midday had pictures of him. All through the night was really aggressive on marking his territory. We got a rain day tomorrow, so we got ourselves a little bit of work. Caper out, butcher up the bait. Okay, this is a good transition area. It's going to be a little later this morning, so I grabbed the 0.5 and got in here. I'm trying to get a gist of where this buck is coming into our plots from. It's such a massive stretch of real estate here. Really tough to pinpoint down, so I can see 150 yards one way and 50 the other. Even if he doesn't show, just seeing where a lot of the other deer are coming through and crossing will be some good intel. So, and then I'm going to slide over and get a stand. Set up this morning, 0.5, all set tree, Sidekick, one climbing stick. Okay, you see we just passed up a mid 160s 10 this morning, and we're literally one stick off the ground. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock. Deer are all moved through, bedded down, time to go to work. All over. Here's one that a buck came through this morning, and look where my bike's parked. Literally 10 feet. And must not have bothered him at all. Change up of plans here. Target buck's been killed by the neighbor. Got a bunch of spots pre-cleared up, ready to go with the mobile unit. And boom, I heard about it the next day, so now we're downgrading to a 10-point that's running in this area. Spot, here they come. He's been working on active scraping here pretty regularly, and he's got this place torn up and he thinks he owns it, so we're going to show him that maybe Ashley owns it. More later. My little buddy Retta gave me a present yesterday. She says you can eat some cookies while you're on a tree like a squirrel. Second deer again was in that was in a November buck, pretty much the rut. A lot of does bred, and this deer was shagging, looking for some scragglers that maybe going into heat later. And again, not a real stealthy hunt this year, but good footage for the broadhead. This buck literally was in an area checking does every day. And you'd sit in there in the morning. I think I shot him 2 or 3 different times before I ended up deciding to take him, because he did position himself right over a scrape.
Okay, this is one of the favorite spots on the property here. I haven't been in here in a long time. Almost made a big mistake on that one. I didn't see it was had a 11-inch tine busted off as G2. But that's 2 bucks that we could have got shot here this morning, and the sun's just breaking, so should be a pretty good day. Big open hardwoods. A lot of those funnel down through here and bed on all these little fingers. And these bucks just come and cruise through here and scent this whole area out, so let's see what happens. This woodlot never ceases to amaze me. Phenomenal spot. Boy, that guy really wants to die. I think that's the 4th time he came by the stand now. That's how the new Lone Wolf Broadhead puts him down, brother. Boom. That buck was chasing does around here, this woodlot yesterday. I could have shot him 4 different times. Andrae D'Acquisto, Lone Wolf Custom Gear, Whitetail Addictions. Tip of the day. If someone gives you a pass, the last thing you want to do is keep coming on his tree stand when he's testing out a new broadhead. There's the scrape he was working. Complete pass through. Blow out of blood on the ground. There's beds, gold beds. One more chapter of Whitetail Addictions in the books. I'm lucky enough now to get it done early, getting out to maybe another state or two. Let's see if we can't get a couple more kills on with our new broadhead we were field testing.
What I was trying to do this year is actually harvest 3 bucks over scrapes. One on the first go around, second on that second wave where you know, a lot of the does have already been bred and they're starting to maybe get some stragglers, and then I wanted to try and get something like late season for that final rut, maybe the fawns going in the heat. So we ended up with 2, almost 3. The third buck actually was a pretty decent 10, and I was actually pretty sick that day and was not going to go out, but on the way to the shop the evening before, a matter of fact, I didn't go out that evening. On the way to the shop, I spotted him from the vehicle down a draw, and I knew exactly where if he's in that area where he'd move through. So I decided, even throwing up bloody nose and sicker than a dog, I was going to just go out there and try and sit till 9.
Little tip of the day. You could be sick as a freaking dog, down to your last ounce of energy, feeling as horrible as you've ever been before. You could sit it out, or you could tough it up. Where would you rather be? Sick on a couch, or sick hunting whitetail on a tree stand? I choose the latter. More later.
Got out there, set up. Basically couldn't even make it till 9, and I think at 8:30 I decided to get down, packed up, started loading her down, lowered the bow, put the camera or the phone away, lowered everything down, got into that first step on the way down, and here he comes. He was so worn out from the rut, not paying attention to anything. He jumped the fence, 15-yard broadside, basically stopped and looked at my gear on the ground. And I mean, it could have been just an easy shot, and the thing just wandered off. And that was the last time I seen him. So actually, he's back this year again. Just seen him the other day, so he's even bigger, and he'll be a nicer buck to chase this year. Hi, this is Andrae D'Acquisto from Lone Wolf Custom Gear. I wanted to thank you for watching Whitetail Addictions and ask that you become one of our silent partners by hitting the YouTube subscribe button and following us on Facebook and Instagram.